how did you end up here?
My parents passed away, and I just went off the deep end. A guy ran into us on the highway and killed Daddy instantly, and my mama passed away in surgery, and I broke everything from the waist down. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to our new YouTube channel. Hey, I think you'll love this. We're going to be telling a lot of stories about kids, and all these kids have lived with us for over the last 35 years. At a place called Heartlight, a residential counseling center where we work with kids. We've had so many kids live with us that we decided to start a radio program. And out of that radio program, what people love more than anything else is to hear the stories of our kids. So we're going to share that with you. These kids would love to share their stories with you. Do you think the drinking, smoking, all the stuff going on increased after your dad died?
I definitely did. I didn't always see it as a coping mechanism, but looking back on it, I can see that it was pretty
Probably
clearly.
was, yeah.
Like being put up for adoption, it was like hard for me because I think of it as like I wasn't good enough from day one. And then like being sent here, it was kind of like, what if I wasn't good enough for them there?
A big part of it was when my brother passed away. I'll always remember like the morning that it happened, you know, I woke up and it was like just a wail from my mom. To this day, I still can't get that like noise out of my head.
I put my whole identity into dance, and then that went away, and I put my whole identity into being a wild child, and that didn't get me very far.
I got sent to the principal's office for throwing a chair at a teacher, and then I destroyed the vice principal's office because I knew I was going to.
Wow.
I never really felt like my mom and dad were my mom and dad.
Well, there was this one night, I had done a lot of meth that night, and then I just took a shower because I didn't sleep all night, and so I was taking a shower, and I opened the shower door, and there was my probation officer. She said, "You're going to a ranch."
I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh, it must be time for school. I'm starting to muster out the words, "Mom, what time is it?" And I see two giant silhouettes following behind her.
Oh.
I go to reach for my phone, and it's snatched out before I can grab it.
Yeah.
So I reach for my lamp, turn it on, and there's two giant men in the room waiting to take me.
Okay, so what are some big things that you've learned while you're here?
I've learned that a lot of it right now is like working on like self-worth. That's been a little bit of a struggle for me. I've always wanted to be perfect and that's something that's been hard for me, is that I can't be perfect. And
you want to be perfect to prove that you're worthy of not being abandoned?
Yeah, or just being good enough for somebody.
How are you doing now?
A lot better, for sure. My depression situation's gotten a lot better. I'm not suicidal anymore, to this day at least. And
Did you think you were? I mean, at that point that your brother passed, that you thought, okay, this is the best way out, or?
I think it was always kind of like a fallback for me. So whenever something bad had happened in my life, I was like, I can just do this. It won't matter anymore because I'm gone, you know? So like, if something bad would have happened, like even worse than what had already happened, I would just be like, okay, I'm done.
Wow.
And then just ended it.
Wow.
I realized that everything that I was doing, and it was all so selfish. And like, I want to go to college, and I want to be better, and I want to be there for the people that I love, and you can't, like, you have to grow up, you know?
Yeah.
You can't, I have to be sober, you know?
Yeah.
I need to grow up. I can't be selfish like that, because it was hurting my parents like crazy.
Yeah.
And, like, my like, the people that I love, and, like, I didn't mean to, but it was selfish.
But it was, though. You talk to anybody here that was here when you first got here, you were a mess. You talk to anybody now, they don't say that at all.
Yeah. At home, I didn't know what coping skills were. I never knew any of this because the counselors, I don't know, as you can say, like, they're terrible counselors. They're terrible. But now I know if I get frustrated or I get upset, I know what I can do, and it'll help me so I don't have to worry about, like, exploding because I'm bottling all my emotions up. Getting frustrated and just lashing out at people.
Yeah. Okay, looking back for you, could you have done something different to keep it all from happening?
Maybe just listen to them.
Yeah.
Because they were right more than me. And I mean,
Wait, they probably want to hear you say that again. What is it? Is that hard to say? That they were right in what they were doing?
Not really so much anymore. Back then, yeah, but now it's just, I don't know. I think of them as higher up than me now. And
Yeah.
back then I didn't respect them at all.
Wow.
But now
Wow.
I do.
Yeah. You love your parents?
Yeah.
Would it be easier if you hated them? Then you would just kind of write off this stuff?
Yeah. It would be easier, but I'm not in the headspace where I want to.
Good. Good. That's a good thing. Think they love you?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I think they do too. Well, look, thanks for sitting down. I mean, I'm amazed at how well you've kind of encapsulated, you know, the things that you wrestle with, and I'm so proud of you for tackling them and not being afraid to deal with them. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm working on trying to be able to, like, work through them.
That's cool.
It's a little difficult, but I know that I'll get there.
But you can do it. You can do it.
Yeah.